Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. I hope you have found me. I am at a slightly different time if you're not in Australia, or at least not in Australia Eastern Time, because our clocks changed last Sunday. We are now back to Australian Standard Time and not Daylight Saving Time. And I apologize for the camera being oriented this way today. I don't know what Facebook is doing, but they won't let me broadcast in landscape mode. It's all going, if I put it sideways, the picture is sideways. So I'm not happy, Jan, as they say here. So we will make do with this. It is catalog transition time, which means that we are saying goodbye to beloved products from the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog, as well as the January to April mini catalog. And this is when a lot of crafters start going, oh my gosh, I love all the new papers that are coming in the new catalog, but oh my gosh, I have so much paper left from previous purchases. So I have been asked to show some ways to use up our paper. You know, there is the classic. Let me move this out of the way. Take a layer of designer series paper, put it on a card base. It could be any color, basic white will do, and stick a sentiment on it, and you've got a card. You can add, well, look, here's a sentiment left over from something else I didn't use, and you could add a couple of flowers, however you wanted. There we go. And there you've got a card. If you join me, please do say hello in the comments so that I know you are here. That is the most basic way to make a card to use up your stash of designer series paper. You can do it with a full-size layer, you can just play however you want. I'm just messing around here. I have not pre-planned this. I'm just pulling stuff out of my scrap pile. So there are things you can do like that. That's really basic. So I'm going to set all of that aside and get to what I've actually planned to do for today. This is a fun fold card that is really pretty simple to do. It is from, all the measurements are in my November 2022 mystery stamping, and I will put a link to that, to this set of instructions. I've got it both for centimeters and, you know, for A4 and letter cardstock, and this makes a really nice card. It takes just a little more effort than what I just showed you, but it presents really nicely, and it uses up a little bit more designer series paper. So I went ahead and cut some of these, and I will show you the basic pieces here. I'm trying to stay within the frame. I have to keep reminding myself I have all here and not out at the sides. I am not seeing anyone saying hello. I want to make sure that's not my Facebook being weird. So this is your standard card base, but it has been cut a little bit short. That's really cut short. That one's miscut. Let me try again. This is your standard cut base, card base, cut short. So in A4 terms, this panel is the standard 10.5, and then this one, like I said, is cut short. And what we're going to do is cut some of this designer series paper to go on to it. And then this is what makes it a fun fold. Here's another tip. I've shared this before. When you are tired and bored and watching a TV show or something, here's what I like to do. I like to cut down an entire pack of basic white into this. Here in Australia, or with A4, it would be 10 by 14.4 centimeters. That makes a perfect insert. I go through them not just because I have classes, but anytime I do a card that's got a colored base, I use them. And so I just like to have them ready to go on hand. So this layer is going to slip right under that one. And now you can see we've got this fun fold. And we're just gonna layer up some designer series paper and a focal image and be ready to go. So there's my paper trimmer and my measurements. So for designer series paper, we're gonna do 7.5 centimeters. And I need one at 14.4. And one at 10 centimeters. Set that aside. Still not seeing any comments, folks. Let's try doing that again. Ah, there we go. I see Gladys and Paula and Melanie and Roseanne. Thank you all for joining me today. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Facebook today. I'm not happy. So, how many things can I fling around today? So that is going to go on that flap. And I could use this side too. I like all those flowers. So the link to the measurements for this card, I will do my very best to put it in the descriptive info, both here on Facebook for the replay and on YouTube. It will definitely be in the blog post. If you see that I haven't put it in one of those other two, just send me a note and I'll go back and add it. Whoops. Sometimes having it able to wiggle is not a good thing. Hey, here's a quick tip. The green glue, this lovely stuff, it's increasing in price in the new catalog. Here in Australia, it's going up by $2.50 a bottle. So if you want to stock up, this would be a good time. So I am just eyeballing this to have sort of an equal amount on each side there. And I'm just going to put a little glue there. And now I'm going to glue this whole thing in. So there's the basic card, and now it's just decorating. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do a second one. And maybe even a third one. I have this whole sheet. I'm going to cut some of this up. Yep. So that was 7.5. 14.4. And 10. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for Easter or Passover? What am I doing here? I like that. The Night of Navy and all the little pops of color against the melon mambo. So those of you in the know, what did you think of the color refresh? Going to your sons for Easter, Gladys. That'll be fun. We have 0 plans. Easter's not one that I have adopted. Although I will admit, we've gone through a couple packs of Woolworths makes a good brioche-based hot cross bun with fruit in them. We've gone through a couple packs of those. Might have to do another one before the holiday's over. So there we go. We've got 2 of these. Same base, different designer series paper. And then I like to use my dies. This is deckled rectangles. This is stitched rectangles. Sadly, this one is retiring. This one is color and contour. So all of them work really well on here. So I just need to pick out which ones I want to use. That covers up less of the designer series paper, so I think I'm going to use those 2. And now figure out how to decorate them. I'm going to bring in, this is the coordinating stamp set. You can use any sentiment. You don't have to have a coordinating stamp set, any sentiment you like. I really like the happy birthday in this one, and I do send out a lot of birthday cards. Thought I had taken off. I got this new block and it's got this weird bubbly kind of finish. It doesn't hurt anything, it's just odd. So that is just going to fit on there. Let's see if it fits better on this one. Oh, about the same. And that's okay. I'll probably use it for both of them. But I think with different colors. I'm going to do one in Night of Navy. Yeah, I have to say, Gladys, I agree with you to a certain extent. There are things that excite me in the catalog. They were not necessarily the ones that were in the pre-order for demonstrators. If you don't know, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators get 1 month early access to all the new catalogs. For the annual catalog, it's a limited selection because they just, in the warehouses, they cannot handle having 2 full annual catalog inventories. So we get a limited selection, and with the color refresh, I spent plenty of money getting all the new colors yesterday, but yeah, for the sets that are available, I was very restrained. I got the new Daisy suite, and I am gonna like that a lot. I think I'm sure I will like the designer series paper more when I see it in person than I do from the picture in the online catalog. And I know I shouldn't talk smack about anything, but this is me. I'm real. And if I don't like something, I won't buy it, and I won't tell you guys to buy it. You know, obviously buy what you like, but yeah, that's how I feel about things. So I've got, this is gonna go on this one, and I'm gonna just start building. I've got lots of flowers and leaves that I pre-cut all over here. Not so many of the blues and purples, so I may have to go back and cut a few of those. But let's see for this one, the yellows and the pinks, I have plenty. So let's see about building something. And don't be afraid to, if the flowers are cut off, don't be afraid to cut those out, because you can layer those underneath and you'll never see. See? You'll never see that cut off edge. This one didn't cut very, very well. I got just a little bit too much white and a little bit of the little stuff that was around. So I'm just gonna trim that a little bit. That's really picky. And I think something else right down there. Okay, now, if I can dig it out from everything here, I'm going to find my piece of, oh my goodness. Sorry, bumped the camera. There we go. I feel like I talk about this every week, but I love my press and seal for things like this. I have it exactly the way I want it. The press and seal has little gripper dots. I can see everything. They're like Post-it note adhesive. I can pick that up. And they all stay together. I'm going to glue that on. Yeah, the DSP, I want to see the back side of that DSP, because I think, and I also want to see how it cuts up into individual sections. I'm curious about it. I think it's going to be one of those that I like more in person than I do in the picture. And that's why I went ahead and bought it, the whole suite together, because that often happens to me. I'm going to bring in another little block here just to hold that down so I can see what I am doing. Here we go. And I can see that that's going to fit on there. It's going to overlap a little bit there. but I don't mind that. So I'm good with that placement. So I'm gonna turn this over and I'm gonna put dimensionals on the back now. And I'm gonna treat this as one big thing because it's all together. And the dimensionals help hold the pieces together. And of course, pop them up on the design. I want to say holler if you can't see what I'm doing because of this stupid portrait land. But of course you can't yell, I have to see the comments. Okay, so now we're just gonna pull all these off. If you have trouble pulling them off, some people use their take your pick tool and poke the pokey side of it. If you're having trouble, try sticking a fingernail or a thumbnail in the center and it'll pop up the edges and make it even easier. These, I don't seem to be having trouble right now. Oh, that's the reason I had that there. So, final placement here. Get off there. Well, there we go. There it is. I think those are stuck down okay. I'm going to set that aside for now and let's bring this one in. And again, I'll just go ahead and glue this down. So, those of you who have seen them, what's your favorite of the new colors or returning colors or the new in colors? Actually, that's not really fair because we haven't seen them in person yet and played with them. I know a lot of people are very happy that Lemon Lime Twist is coming back. And let me tell you, if you think Granny Apple Green and Parakeet Party are bright, wait for Lemon Lime Twist to come back. That's gonna make a trio of these bright, bright greens that's gonna be pretty fun to play with. Okay, so still putting that down for a reason. And of course, I can go cut actual big pieces of the blues. I have them right here. In, out, up, down. I have been having so much fun getting ready for my stamp camp. It's not this coming weekend, not Easter weekend, but the following weekend. And I'm very excited. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna cut one or two of these Yeah, Pretty Peacock and Berry Burst. I agree, Roseanne. Um, I'll be curious to play with the mauve against other colors. I am super excited about Lost Lagoon coming back. That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm coming back this way with my cut and emboss machine off to the side here. The Lost Lagoon and Blackberry Bliss have been my my logo colors, and I was relieved when Blackberry Bliss. I don't know what I was thinking when I chose in colors, except that I really like them. And then I was relieved when Blackberry Bliss joined the color families the last time we did a refresh, and realized, uh-oh, when Lost Lagoon went away. So I'm really glad it's back. Not that it really matters. Now I can't find the sheet of dies. I'm losing my mind. I thought I was prepared. Yeah, it's good you've got your old colors. Well, you know, I sold all of my retired stuff, so I'm starting from scratch, which in some ways is okay because I don't have the dreaded. There's something about the red dyes in the ink pads that cause them to deteriorate in a way that other colors don't, and that's, you know, ink pads are classified as a consumable, so I find you can still use them, but for quite a while, even after they start looking a little bad, but yeah, it can be disconcerting. Yeah, as I remember, I think Lost Lagoon and Pool Party work well together, and I'm pretty sure, well, especially because of the Hello Irresistible suite, that that it's going to work well with Pretty Peacock too. Okay, let's see. I'm kind of liking that just so. So let's pick that one up. So I hope you can see how having a couple of templates in your back pocket can make it pretty easy to use up. You know, whether you do a matchy-matchy or you change up the designs and the colors, it can be pretty quick and easy to do these. Okay. Sorry, that's out of frame. Gloss Lagoon never had Stampin' Blend, so that's going to be a nice addition. It's one of those, I think it was in between when we had our first round of alcohol markers and then the blends. Okay, so that one, I think I'm going to put just a little dot of glue there. And I think I'm finished with these for now. I need another one. I think it's okay. And let's see about some embellishments. I pulled out these bright dots, or glossy dots. These are carrying over, so I'm not dying to get them used up, but might be kind of fun on here. There we go. Let's see on here. Try something else on that one. You know what's retiring? These champagne rhinestones. Those would be good on there with all that yellow. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Guys, speak up. So there are, let's try it this way, the 2 cards for today. Thanks for joining me. I will have all of the details up online shortly, so please do check back to get the layout. If you want to just go over to my website, nancysniftynotes.com, and search for November 2022, you'll probably come up with the download for this this layout. And yeah, keep checking back with my blog over the next week or so, because I'm going to put up some more cards that that help you use up your stash, because we need to clear out room and make space for the new goodies. And also, you got to use it. As Kylie says, love it, chop it. Go on Facebook and look for her Love It, Chop It Facebook group. That's got all kinds of ideas for using up designer series paper. And yeah, and send a card. I'm all about make a card, send a card. Get those cards in the mail to people. They don't do any good sitting in your stash. So thanks for joining me. If you're in Australia and you need a demonstrator, I'd be happy to help you out. Nancy'sNiftyNotes.com has all of the information. You can sign up for my mailing list. You can get a link to my store where there are tons of stuff at 60% off or so. This designer series paper is not quite that much, but it is discounted if it is even still available. Yeah, lots of stuff happening. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I will see you same time, same place next week. Thanks for joining me. See you then. Bye-bye.